Alright, so I'm trying this TDS stuff instead of the usual captions. This video is to show my current progress with my tune that is level 35 as of now, 33 on the recording, but I leveled up a bit. I have had Wartune fever and wanted to try it out on the PC version. I decided to play the Reborn version because it has fewer stuff and is closest to the mobile app version which I used to play. It has some differences and is closest to the previous web version as opposed to the mobile version. Actually, the two were developed by two different developers/companies, whereby the mobile version was pretty much the same as the original Chinese version, with the web version being an updated and more expensive version. Crypt key used to be 25 balance on the mobile version, whereas it's 75 balance here. That stretches out to everything else. That bothers me because I'm mostly free to play, newer, and the Forgotten Catacombs content gives the best gears and is a good source of gems. Enough politics, that is me doing some daily stuff. I wanted to upgrade my buildings, add some more friends. Add me if you're from the same server. Like the video too, share, sub too. This gold mines are for increasing gold production because gold is never enough as a newer player. I also got a better recording software because OBS was a bit too technical for me and I couldn't find a fix for the quarter screen recording. Let me kill off these pesky wolves. This server isn't exactly new, it's more like a month old at this point. I also don't want to wait a whole ass month just to play on the newest server. I guess by this point, I missed out on a bunch of free stuff though. I do have the full level 30 gear set complete. A good thing on paper about starting out on a relative old server is, you'd expect a lot more help when it comes to the lower level multiplayer dungeons, but it's crickets when you ask for help. These mines are never there when you need them. It's like that one good video on the hub. Anyways, I do know that it's easier to form a party of 4 friends/guildmates that you do everything with, including things like the multiplayer dungeons, cross-server arena, maps, Spire, but man, insert generic excuse. I then starting looking for these mobs before I realized that they don't give as much rewards from playing them. In case you hadn't noticed, I play a knight, which I regret very much. On the mobile app, I played a mage, which was nice because of the AoEs and healing. It might be the best beginner class overall because of the reasons I listed. The reason I picked a knight, a female knight, is because when I first stumbled upon this game 10 years and I didn't know shit, I picked a knight. I thought it'd be a nice callback. I think I ended up ditching that tune and picking a mage. However, this time, I'll died by the knight. I love taking 500 years to clear a mob of 4 opponents, having reliable heals and lacking in the damage sector. Comment below if you think the knight deserves to be quote-unquote buffed. Personally, I think not, because past level 50 or so, the knights becomes quite overpowered. It's just that at lower levels, we don't have the stats to really tank the way how we're supposed to. Also, don't worry about the mouse clicks and that blue thing, didn't realize that it did that at the time of recording. As per now, I'm level 35 and I think I might be done with the game. I'm already done with the level 30 gear set, which is nice for the stats and plus 10 extra rage on each action, but then what's next? I know it should be leveling up to level 40 or 50 to unlock extra stuff, but hear me out. I don't think I'm strong enough to do the level 40 multiplayer dungeons, and I don't think I'll have a nice time getting carried by the stronger folks. Oh. I found another one. I understand that grinding is a big part of this type of games, but damn, the level 40 legendary gear set is killing my whole vibe. With the mobile version, the crystals, or crystalloids, were easily buyable from the guild shop without any limits. Only thing you need was a fuck ton of gold and the other stuff you needed from the crypt shop. You could still grind out the MPDs, but you also buy them from the guild shop, making it somewhat manageable. Otherwise, just the typical stuff from this kind of games. Come in, do some daily grinding, not carry the weaker people, and enjoy seeing your tune blossom into this beastly demigod that is pretty much unkillable unless you're the world boss or you're a whale. So, don't expect to be that good in PvP unless your pockets are heavy. Oh my god, I'm still running around in the wilds. Didn't realize I hadn't taken the extra gold mine. In case you don't know, Wartune Reborn only have US West servers, which is bad if you're playing from other regions. Unless of course, that means everything happens during the night time, so this game doesn't interfere with your work or life or whatever else you do during the day. I do hate walking up an hour earlier just to catch guild battle for the honor and insignia. I got into the top guild, which means we should be winning all 3 guild battles. That means after like a month, I can stop playing it, though if I get strong enough I can actually help if they need. You know, sometimes I wish the guild battles happened 5 times a week so you can power level your honor, but hey, having to wake up slightly early 3 times meaning it's not such a bad thing. This is my tune, in all her glory, still wearing the level 20 gear set. The red does match nicely with the wings I got from the email registration gift. I don't know if they'll be stealing my data or something, but I will take the 3500 bound balance for my wings because wings give you a nice stat bump. I sold some stuff because inventory management comes as standard in this types of games. I had enough materials to make 3 out of 4 of the level 30 gear set, which wasn't as much of a battle rating rise as I'd hoped. Nevertheless, good gear is still good gear even though it is outdated. I should get a mic because my natural voice or any natural voice sounds better than the TTS voice. I don't know if the TikTok voice can be used anywhere, but I'd wager it's probably copyrighted or some shit. With AI, I can get a better sounding voice, but I'd have to pay extra cash, whereas with this software, it's free. Let me know if this is better than the captions, granted it's a bit more work. This is the rest of my city. I used the free 1-day VIP to power level everything. I do think leveling up your city stuff should not have a cooldown, or they could do like the mobile version which gave you free VIP cards for just playing the game. The cooldowns are nice, but to honest the best thing about VIP is the easier astrals capturing. Speaking of which, I think my astrals are coming up. The honor loss negation is nice too. The Spirit Covenant is a much better purchase because it offers better quality of life stuff. This is me making or synthesizing my gear the way how plants make food from sunlight. The way how Superman or Hyperion make superhuman abilities from the yellow sun. I complained about the level 40 legendary gear set, which is the next natural step, because I think it'll take way too long, which might make me stop playing. If you played this game long enough, you'll know that we used to have arena sets. They're like Reskind or Rico Lord versions of the 40 set, 50 set, and 60 set. All you needed was insignia and some honor requirements to unlock them. Let me post some screenshots of them. They were cheaper but just as efficient alternatives to the current sets, which gave you enough juice for higher level stuff. Okay, so I got like 2 minutes worth of footage remaining, which is just me making some gems, then making a room for the graveyard multiplayer dungeon, which only attracted crickets. As per now, the goal is to get stronger by playing the game normally, working on my astrals, gems, forgotten catacombs, which is a knight's worst nightmare because of the mobs, and we'll see. I do plan on making an alt account which will be an archer. I would have made one already, but I just don't have the passion I used to have when it comes to this game. Plus, I have a minimum wage job that drains the life out of me. There is this concept of flow when it comes to video games that gets you hooked. It's where a game is hard enough to be challenging but not so hard that it makes you frustrated and give up. It's also where a game isn't too easy to the point where you get bored and stop playing. It should be at that sweet spot, and this game was there until like level 30 or so. You now need to grind almost everything in order to level up like Sierra, and the multiplayer dungeons now require stronger people to play. The only game that doesn't follow this rules but it's still fun is Elden Ring or the Soulsborne type games. I'm not complaining, but then again, I'm not throwing my money at this game for such reasons. Let me know your thoughts about this TTS voice. I feel like it's much better for commentary type videos instead of having a wall of text plastered on the screen. I will be posting some more stuff. Thanks for watching, and thanks to the TTS voice, or not thanks to it.